welcome back. I'm gonna go through my notes here, give you some clear instructions on how we can actually do this thing. Goth was never about politics until about 2020. When we think it was always like that, it wasn't. It's gaslighting. Don't fall for the con. Goth is now just Antifa and black lipstick. Ankh belts. It's not even recognizable compared to any other of these subcultures. And there's a reason for that, because it's all about control. They want to make sure they're in control of the narrative in as many subcultures as humanly possible. They want to control you, they want to control me, and they want to control the way you talk, and the way you think, and the stuff that you say, and the stuff that you believe. In Red Pill, we reject this entirely. Remember, this is not about being Republican. This is not about being conservative. Red Pill is getting out of this daydream. It's about removing the blindfold, waking up to this bullshit, these constructs. Renounce these things, these structures that they've put in place as a form of control. Red Pill is getting the f out of this shit. Waking up, seeing the real horrors out there, and doing your best to fight it. Liberal white women are the biggest offenders for performative, altruistic behavior to make themselves feel really good. See, there's been a single unified enemy that they've been presented with, and that's me, baby. It's the white man. What's the fastest way to get rid of the white man? Yeah, as many illegal immigrants as they can possibly take, and then some more. I've heard the question, why do these women, these white women, and some of them gay white women, why would they want men that do not agree with their lifestyles? Why do they want them to come in here with their Sharia law, their burqas, niqabs, and child brides, their rabid, violent hatred of all things LGB and specially T? Why do they want this? This seems counterintuitive. They want to get rid of the white boy, my friend. And liberal white women will throw their entire culture under the bus if it means they can make this happen. So it's no surprise then that the reason why goth is entirely destroyed is because it's mainly taken over now by liberal white women. It's like clockwork. Everywhere liberal white women go is a trail of chaos and destruction, which is why I'm highly critical of these self-righteous, sanctimonious, liberal white women. They have no idea what the f they're doing, what they actually want, where any of this is actually heading. They fell for the propaganda hook, line, and sinker. White man bad, do everything you can to get rid of these fellas. And every single thing about your behavior and the words and things that you say and do needs to reflect these ideals, these values. I mean, it's why goth has turned into a gooner fap fest, man. I mean, just go on goth on Reddit. It's hilarious. Look at this list. Look at this. r/goth. Like about goth. It's not even anywhere close to the rest of these. Look at this. Look at all this stuff here. This gooner shit, ironically, has become the most heterosexual place on earth. These dorks are trying to have their nerdy little conversations, and they can't even hear each other's pronouns over the moaning and fapping and jiggly titty slapping going on in these subreddits. Degeneracy. Utter degeneracy. Oh, goth is gay, goth is lesbian, goth is trans, goth is LGBT. It's all these people. Great, yeah, well, welcome to the world's largest heterosexual orgy on earth. Courtesy of these very same women that think these are the values that it's meant to stand for. No integrity, no dignity, just exploitation and the rabid attacking and deplatforming to maintain their control. Well put, Jake. Thank you. Goth is for anyone who enjoys gothic concepts like music, art, literature, architecture, macabre concepts, etc. It's in there. There's never been a process implemented to keep people out to maintain its purity. It's inclusive. Liberals don't get to say that anymore. You don't get to say that word anymore, liberals, okay? You don't get to say things like freedom of speech. You don't get to say these words anymore. We know your tactics. We know what you're about. You don't get to say things like inclusivity and freedom of speech, okay? You don't get to say that shit no more. That shit's over, man. You f that. You f that, that's our shit now. Being red-pilled is about the acknowledgement that the left have become the establishment of oppression, their censorship, screeching refusal to actually justify their beliefs, advocation of political violence, the ignorant misrepresentation of those who oppose as Nazis, and these are all reprehensible attributes that I openly reject. Open your eyes. They're not killing you because they think you're Nazis or fascists. They're calling you Nazis and fascists because they want to kill you. Being red pill means you realize that none of these batshit leftists were equipped with the necessary intellectual tools to defend their ideologies. During the great propaganda era of 2020, where the mentally weak were coerced into being a subversive military of misinformation, violence, social and economic destabilization, infiltrating every aspect of influence and control, they were all told they were correct and right and just, but not how or why. They don't know how to defend their ideals. That's what the liberal screech is. You know when they just start barking and screaming in your face? It's because they have no idea how to defend their bullshit. They were just told that they're great and right and brave and stunning and all these other phrases and valid, but not how or why. How or why these things are to be defended, to be believed in. Being red-pilled means that you realize that one of the most damning pieces of evidence for someone having a mental connection to the dark triad is their absolute and unquestionable lack of empathy or remorse. We've seen a lot of that recently, haven't we? It's undeniable at this point. They want you dead, your children aborted, your friends radicalized against you, and they think this is funny, to roughly paraphrase Sam Hyde. You realize that goth is ironically conservative in nature. Yeah, think about it. It became all about preserving the original history and values of the subculture and themes to maintain its purity, to make sure it didn't degrade over time. Look at what they've done to it in such a short amount of time. It's f***ing destroyed, isn't it? Goth was once a dignified subculture, one of deep-thinking individuals who respected others' viewpoints. But look at it now. Whores. Everywhere. Degeneracy, as far as the eye can see, it's been hijacked by the very worst people you could possibly f***ing imagine. Being red-pilled is to be observant of these things and reject them entirely, to return all these subcultures to the values that they once represented. That's what being red-pilled within this culture represents. See how comfortably that fits in? Do you see how comfortably being red-pilled actually fits into being alternative? How that relates to being a goth, relates to being a punk? You wake up to this shit. You become aware of their lies and their subversive ideologies. So if you want to be a red-pilled goth, there are the very clear qualifiers. These are things that need to be questioned, things that need to be rejected, things that need to be criticized, things that need to be entirely and utterly eradicated from this subculture for them to return to the purity that they once had. Oh, we can do this, fellas. We can do this. It's gonna take some time, but we can do this. I look forward to seeing your videos about your red pill journey and adventures in the subcultures and how you plan to try and get rid of all this crap. Remember to join me on Discord. There's a big conversation going on there at the moment. Continue to be agitators and disruptors of the control that has been implemented. I will most certainly be doing that myself. I've been Jake Monroe. I'll catch you next time.